welcome to the NYXUS podcast yet again tonight. Sarah, thank you again for being here.
Always.
We're on the right podcast. Aaron, thank you for being
Yeah,
here.
we are.
Yay! We made it.
I didn't interrupt the last show. Yeah. Okay.
Aaron from Blood of Angels, band out of Tampa, Florida.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. You want to give us a quick introduction of the other guys that are in the band that are not here tonight?
Sure. Randy Reyes, who just had a birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to
birthday.
Randy. Yeah, our vocalist. Jonathan Rushford, our drummer and keyboardist. And we have the legendary Tampa scene legend, the Maggot. He's our bassist.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Oh,
Cool.
Sarah. Yes, Sarah's. This is the first. This is the first interview she does with me where Benjamin is sending me. Every time Benjamin from Metal Online Promo sends me an artist, it's always quite interesting. The conversations we have.
Well, I'll make sure not to disappoint.
And
I know who Maggot is. I didn't know.
Well, that happens often. Also, he sends me people, and I'm like, oh, damn, you're familiar. And then yes, well, yeah, you've listened to my music before. And I'm like, oh wow, I love it. How did Blood of Angels get started? Because we talked a little bit before coming on live, and you said that everybody pretty much dropped on you at one point.
Well,
and everything had to be redone, and so go ahead, explain to the younger people that are just starting the wonderful joys of being in the music world sometimes.
Of course. Well, I mean, every band first starting out has to go through the rigor of people coming in and coming out while you're basically, as you say, trimming the fat per se, to get that core group of people that you work well with. And in a way that kind of happened to me. How it originally started is I started with my original drummer Kevin, who knew a local vocalist that was kind of in Jacksonville. I was kind of doing the band out of Jacksonville at the time because that's where he was, and then Michael was a friend of mine who did some tour managing for me when I was in my previous band Foreshadow, and now I'm drawing a blank of the band that he used to be in previous to that, which was notable, but neither here nor there. But anyways, we got together, and and I started doing the album, the Rise of the Fallen Gods, and we did the 3 songs, and things just kind of happened. Kevin's girlfriend graduated from college, and he promised when she graduated that he'd move to Massachusetts, so off he went, and then. Michael ended up meeting a girl and married her, and he wanted to go back home to North Carolina. Then off he went. And Chris kind of stuck with us for a while, but then it just didn't work. He just couldn't hang, and it just didn't work out anymore. So what was going to be an album of a little bit of Norse mythology, which is what we created. I was going to have some songs about Greek mythology, Roman mythology, and how those two interconnect with each other. And it was going to be a full length thing. Only ended up being the 3 songs. So I just rolled with that. I just rolled with that as a 3-part story, which it is, and released it independently. What ended up happening is Odin's Wrath, the debut single. We ended up winning the Independent Music Award in New York City in 2018 for Best Metal Hardcore Song that year. So that was really exciting. And then when that happened, I started getting hit up for some record labels and management people and booking and everything. And it was like, okay, I really need to find a solid lineup if I'm going to go through with this. So back home in Tampa, I hit up my friend Jonathan. We've been in different bands in the scene, but always been really good friends. Maggot was in Foreshadow with me, and we've been jamming together for about 18 years now. And we've always had an incredible chemistry. Randy came on. He was a friend of Jonathan's, and after we departed with Chris, we were starting to look for a vocalist, and he was like, "Hey, can I give it a try?" And we're like, "Sure." So he put a Mushroomhead song on his karaoke machine and sang both parts to it very well. So we gave him one of the new songs we were working on, and my guitar demo, and said, hey, just go over this next week, come and do it with us, see how you do with our stuff. and he came in and he sounded like he's been there since the very beginning. So we've been the same solid lineup for 6 years now, and things have been moving forward nicely since.
Very nice.
I tried to sum that up as quick and as easy and detailed as possible.
once you get that solid lineup, though, what a difference! What a world of difference!
Yeah, well, yeah. And then you just grow together and you learn from each other, and it's wonderful.
How did that want to make music started for you, Aaron? Was it music growing up that you were listening to, and you said, "Oh, I want to do this one day"? What sparked it?
Initial spark of music was with my grandfather. He was a jazz pianist.
Oh, wow.
I loved to watch him practice when I was little. He would sit me at the piano and started me on ear training. What made me really want to pick up the guitar and start playing was was basically through my dad. My dad was a big like rock metal fan, I would say, for the time. So we're talking 70s, 80s. So it was Black Sabbath, Blue Oyster Cult, Zeppelin, The Doors, Spooky Tooth, Alice Cooper. I mean the heaviness of that period of time, and he was a big fan of it. When he came home with what was then the new Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads tribute album, and I played it and I heard it, and of course I've heard Randy before on the other Blizzard of Oz, Madman, but when I heard that live, like that was live, it just hit me, and I just wanted to do that. So got a guitar for my birthday and started on up, and been doing it ever since. 37 years now.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
37 years.
That is.
Well, then, this is a great question for you then. 37 years in the music industry. You've seen a lot. You've seen all the changes. You've seen going from recording on tapes, recording on cassettes in the studios, to now digital recording, where the sound is not the same anymore. I've had this conversation with other people that have been in the music industry for that long. What's your opinion on it? Do you like this way better, or did you like the old way better?
As far as the recording process goes, I do like. I mean, I do kind of like the old way better. The reason is that it was truly more of the human feel. Like when I did my first demos in my very first band in Genocide back in 1993, it was the reel tape, and and basically it's like me, the drummer, and the bassist were in one room. Our the bass amp and the guitar amp were in separate rooms, mic'd up, walled in, and we played the song together, and it had that human rhythm connection, that human touch, and then of course we did vocals on top of that. As far as the camaraderie of recording, now everything is to a degree more digital than human. The sound quality is incredible now.
Oh yeah.
You don't miss anything. It's big. You can do so much. Limitless possibilities. You can go on the computer and create a whole string quartet and a few other tracks and layer that in, which is something, unless you had a good amount of money to hire a string quartet to play.
Yeah.
You couldn't do before, yeah.
But I do feel within that mechanical perfection of everything having to be locked into a click, you lose some of that connection, that human timing that you would hear like on a Zeppelin album or a Pink Floyd album. You don't really hear that in modern recording so much anymore. I think that part of the artistry is lost in the modern day.
Absolutely.
That's sad.
It doesn't sound the same. It doesn't.
Yeah, and now not only that, I mean, the click is not only just in the studio. Now so many people are using backing tracks, and it's the click, which we don't, and I'm proud to say that we don't do this. But they're locked into their computer on stage too. I mean, I'm not going to name the band, but I mean, I recently did some shows with a band where I'm watching the guys play, and I'm hearing the guitar, this incredible guitar riff. There's only one guitar player on stage, and I'm hearing this melodic guitar riff, but the guitar player is not playing it. It's coming from the backing track. He's just hitting, he's just hitting the single chord over and over again.
Yeah.
And you're hearing these keyboards and all this, and it's not even there. So it's like, is this real? You ask the question: is it really a live show anymore? Or
there's a lot of mixed opinion
are we not
that.
much different than EDM, just plugging a laptop and hitting play and going ooh ooh ooh?
There's a lot of.
That's why I like metal.
Well, I mean,
but I have witnessed live shows. Oh, go ahead, Mel.
Go ahead. There's a lot of opinion on this. There's, you know what I mean? Like, some bands that I've seen use the click tracks, and it's literally just a support. And then, like you said, some other ones use it, and you're going, are they even live? And big names, too. Not just talking about, like, regular people, local. Big names.
And that's what I was about to say.
For some, like, we've had this conversation, and I've seen this conversation with the artist here, the local ones, and Forever May Fall, them right there. She's like, well, I use tracks. I use backups for my vocals. I mean, these notes, she's like, I can't ask the guys to do my back vocals. They can't hit those notes. It's like way up high there, So
sometimes that's like understandable.
But at the same time, if you're not playing live, then why am I paying? I mean, I've seen Daft Punk live because my brother wanted to go. I love the experience. I love the show, but I'm still not too sure what they were doing up there.
Yeah, and that's what I hear a lot. It's like, I just want to see a good show. Okay, well, I mean that's fine then. It's just
it's very. That's the unpopular question usually that I ask, like your unpopular opinion. This usually this comes up a lot. The click tracks, like
do people
like them or not. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just my whole thing is it's just
for what you do with your band.
Just stream the music, just stream the music.
What you do with your band, you don't need to do it.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't have the use for a click track. So what we
No. I mean, even the keyboard parts that come in, I mean, the we don't do a lot, but the ones that do, I mean, Jonathan's got his keyboard right by his drum set, and he gets right on it and he starts playing the keys.
That's pretty fucking cool. The drummer getting up to play the keys, I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. We saw New Year's Day in 2017. I was with in this moment at the Music Factory, and their drums were piped in. They was not being played by the drummer, and we got home and my brother-in-law was like, you saw that those drums was not lining up, didn't you? I'm like, yep. And it was sad because, I've seen them a few other times and they didn't do that, but just that one time just set them off for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a video circulating of Tommy Lee getting caught. Like the song is starting and he's still drinking a bottle of water and the drums are going, and he hasn't even picked up the sticks yet. So there you go.
Yep.
What did Will say?
Will said, back in the old days, it was more organic.
Yeah, true. Well, it had to be. It had to be. You couldn't fake it. You had to know what you're doing up there with your instrument. You had to study. You had to know your theory.
It was so expensive in studio back then too. Now you mess up halfway through your song, a little part, then you could go back and audio engineer just that little part. Back then it was well, go back.
Yeah, well, you can't play your parts. Take it again.
Yeah.
What would be your dream collaborations?
Dream collaborations. A band specifically, or like
could be one artist, could be you with a band, could be bringing a singer with you guys. Whatever your heart desires.
As far as like collaboration, I would love to work with Burton C. Bell, the former Fear Factory vocalist. I've always admired him, and I've seen him live quite a few times. I mean, he would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, to work with Lamb of God would be incredible. I think very much what we do is kind of like similar in a way, similar in a way in style. Amon Amarth would be awesome too.
Some great.
I'd say that'd be kind of like my top three off the top of my head.
Yes. I love Amon Amarth.
Yeah. Yep, they're going to be here on the 18th. Yay.
That's very cool.
Yeah, with Cannibal Corpse. So I'm really excited.
Ooh, you going to see that?
Oh yeah.
Sarah, you got a question for Aaron?
Well, no, because my brain don't work.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
Okay. I've got it. I got it. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit useless this week. If you could go, kind of piggybacking off what Mel said, like your dream tour lineup, you and 4 other bands, who would it be? And it don't have to be big time. It can be smaller or living or dead.
Let's see. For me, I would definitely Iron Maiden as the headliner.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Tranquility. And I would also say for ourselves with a good friend of ours up in Wisconsin, Reflections of Flesh, because we toured with them before and they're incredible people and they're great touring mates. And love to be on the road with them again. And it would be great to do a tour like that with those guys too.
Do you all tour a lot?
Not at the present time, but we're planning on getting back out there. Yes. Yeah. Right now we're really focused on making a record. We ended up being delayed a year. The studio we were in ended up closing down last year, so that kind of put everything on a lurch until we found a new place. But we got a new place. A new place opened up here in Tampa, Underground Sound Studios. We're Bob there. He's been really good engineer picking it up with us. So even though we're a year behind, we expected to have this album done and out already. It'd be on the road now. But we'll get it done. We'll get it done soon enough.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sometimes there's little hiccups, and all in due time. I believe
that's
everything
that's
happens when it's
For a
supposed
reason.
to happen.
Yeah.
Let's play let's play that question, Sarah. I'm gonna do it this time. An evil curse is placed on you, Aaron, and for the rest of your life, you can only listen to one song. What song would it be? I know.
Now 3 immediately popped in my head, and I got to quickly read it down to just one.
One. We had somebody try to pull a twofer on us.
I think the perfect balance would be Cradle of Filth's covered "Hallowed Be of Iron Maiden's Hallowed Be Thy Name."
All right.
The reason that is that it's an Iron Maiden song, which I love, favorite all time band, but it's covered in a black metal style of a genre that I really love, and still has like that fast brutality in it. All for that third reason that would make me very. It would just basically cover like most of my listening needs, over and over again. It just covers 3 things at once.
Their cover of Mr. Crowley is my favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah, that one's really badass.
Well, we can see here I'm getting ready because Sarah, this is the song Sarah picked.
Oh yeah, Odin's Wrath. Yeah.
Odin's
Yeah, we did
Wrath.
a cool animated video that we did.
That was you guys' first song, right?
Yeah. It was our first single in 2017, and as I said, it did well for us. I mean, we did get a lot of internet radio, things like that, and we won the Independent Music Award for Best Metal and Hardcore Song for that one.
Wow,
I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
It's a good song.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, slightly, even though I'm not a fan of the band, but Five Finger Death Punch won the same award 3 years earlier, so I was kind of hoping maybe it helped us the way it helped them, but we'll see.
I mean, you never know. You never know. You guys are working on the music now, so once the music is out, that's when
Yeah, that's true, and Spillage has done pretty decently for us as well. So, but I mean, I prefer like for as far as videos, like not to really do production. It's big production. It's pretty costly having all the band in one place. I mean, you're looking at $5 to $6 grand, and honestly, I'd rather spend $5 to $6 grand covering expenses and being on the road and being on stage than I do just making a music video for Facebook and YouTube. So
Absolutely.
so we did this animated. It was done by Ivor Thune up in Gainesville, and kind of a stop motion style, and that was pretty awesome. Like, I think it's pretty cool.
I do miss the days of MTV where video, music videos were the
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we all do. we all do. Headbangers Ball. Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
that's why
My
every time
favorite thing.
a band comes out with a video, I always get really excited. But even these types of videos, anything that would make the song more attractive. I have very bad ADHD, so colors and stuff will keep my attention a lot better than just like music. So.
Well, that's understandable. That's why even for lyric videos, it's always good to have like imagery going on in the background, or shifting places or something.
A little something at least, just something to catch the attention. It always helps.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got the version of ADHD where I hyper focus on things, so I get stuck on it, and then I'm lost, and it's like, oh, 2 hours just went by. What?
Oh, look, there's a butterfly.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
I do that during the interviews too. Something happens over there, and you see me like, what?
Uh-oh.
And I come back and I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. Squirrel moments. But
Yeah.
I did one podcast where the host was she was just sitting on the couch, and her cat jumped on the back of the couch, and it's just like crawling all over, and she's like trying to ask me questions. I pay attention and grab the cat, but stay focused on me at the same time. Exactly, squirrel.
Well, if you watch the first seasons of the NYXUS podcast last year, I had my 2-year-old running around everywhere. So the chicken nugget code got invented. When I had to get up and go, I'd just say like chicken nugget, and then somebody would take over, and I'd go take care of my kid. Now he's a little bit older and at his daddy's house right now, so it's quiet.
Okay.
But it's usually him or the dog. There's always something. It's chaos. It's my chaos, and I welcome you guys to it.
Yay. It's live.
Yeah, I've avoided having kids for that reason right there.
I did not have kids for 40 years of my life, sir, and then I moved in with my fiance that has 3.
Oh, yeah.
I've been momming for 13 years, so.
Oh, wow. More power to you.
Yeah, 13-year-old and a 6-year-old. But they're pretty cool.
Burden.
Actually, I like that code word. The code word is burden. Yes.
Yep. It's a good code word, Gio. Really good code word. By the way,
important code word. I love burden.
If you guys check out his page, he has a deck of many bands. It's a card deck that you put your band in, and there's a QR code, and then he sells the decks, and it's like you could do battle of the bands, or you cue the QR code every morning to hear a new band every morning. So if you guys are interested, just message Gio, and Gio will give you all the information. That was my Geo plug for tonight.
Awesome.
And
it was an awesome thing.
Right now we're gonna listen to Odin's Wrath, and we'll be right back, guys.
Into the
definitely plenty of colors to keep my attention.
Yeah.
And the music. And
Yeah.
the music.
The-
Nothing
yeah.
monotone about that music. That music was up and
I
down the
loved
whole
it.
time. It was just bringing you back and pulling you. And it was like, yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
How did this
I'm a
get
big-
created?
oh.
What was the steps in getting this song created?
The repeated melody line that it's kind of something that I had as a couple of years, kind of as an exercise, and then I just as I use that as a main melody line, then I developed the verse rhythm and everything else behind it. And of course, mostly tells the story of when Loki killed Balder with a mistletoe, and Odin being enraged by it. So it's kind of it's the middle part of the 3-part story that is the EP Rise of the Fallen Gods.
I have to hear this at least a dozen times to even begin to process this.
Okay. Please do. I need the streaming.
There you go. Pick your streaming
No,
platform. Go. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Spotify.
Uh,
I love
You guys-
anything with mythology, so when I saw that, everything just drug me in about it, and then listening to it, and I'm like, I really wish somebody would do a whole the story of Ragnarok and Odin basically bringing Ragnarok upon himself, but.
See,
Metal.
but
I think with that album, I think that may be a Monor Marsa like final album. Like when they do that one, they'll kind of be like, oh, yeah, we're going to do Ragnarok coming down,
Yeah.
and that's going to, probably in about 10 years or so.
I mean, Ragnarok.
I can see them doing that.
Ragnarok
It's
has
their-
also done a lot. Peyton Parrish did Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well-
I'd like to hear about the other gods and goddesses. There's so many of
Oh.
them. Pick one.
And Tyr, they're I don't know if you're familiar with from the Faroe Islands. Yeah, they do a lot of great stuff. With the Norse mythology,
Yes.
incredible too.
Yeah.
So yeah, different approach vocally because I forget the singer's name, but he has an incredible voice. And an incredible range, is like Bruce Dickinson doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I admire anybody that can sing because I can't.
Yeah, I'm not a great singer either. I scream pretty well through a microphone in the background. That's about that's why I play guitar, because I know I don't I'm not a front person. I don't have it like that.
My daughter, we had COVID, and she's like, "You and Dad could form a death metal band." I'm like, "That would be short lived," and that's the only time I could ever scream or growl was when we was dying from the COVID. Oh, God.
Every time I get
That was
sick,
a rough
that's what
time.
I feel like. I have a good clean voice, but I can't really growl or scream. So every time that I get sick, I'm like, oh, let me try this. And I'm like, "Rrr." And I'm like, oh shit, it works. And then I get
And then
better.
you get
and I'm like, "Rawr." Nope. It's
I'm
Yeah.
a kitten.
It's fucking gone again.
So you have to have a sore throat throughout your whole career, constantly. Just
Oh,
I don't think I could handle that. I'm just too much of a
I
crybaby.
don't think anybody could. That'd be awful.
I hate
No.
sore throats. Like,
No.
if it goes between that and earache, no, just shoot me.
Right?
Yeah, I've had that happen on tour where I've just had like really bad congestion, and then and constant coughing and everything, and then I go play the show and like I don't sneeze once, I don't cough once, nothing during the whole show, and then I'm packing up, getting ready, and I'm like, I think I'm over this now, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I get everything packed up, like it just comes right back. I'm like, oh, okay, so my body knows to give me a temporary reprieve for about like an hour and a half.
You said my clean
and
voice
then
is a
back
growl.
again. Your clean voice is a growl. Yeah, well, it's best that way.
Perpetually angry sounding.
Yeah, and that's the good stuff. And I mean, honestly, for the music that we create, I do. I mean, Randy is going to be doing a little bit of clean singing on this album, a little bit, not a lot, not to the point like metalcore where it's every damn chord is whining. But yeah, I mean, most of the sound, the sound I like, the sound we're always looking for is for that, is for that Randy Blythe kind of vocal style. Yeah.
What would be your definition of success? Like in general, not just music-wise. Like, what's your definition of success?
The overall definition of success, to live your life the way that you truly want to, and not be hampered by anything. For you to live that life. I mean, we all know, many of us, we're a lot of us are at a job we can't stand, but we
Yep.
don't want to leave because the health care, or I'm paycheck to paycheck already. If I try this, I may end up losing my apartment. So
Yep.
so many of us are in that position. I've been in that position a lot of my life, where I've held back on things where it's like, well, yeah, I could, it would be great to tour and make this thing happen, but I'm not going to have a home to come home to. And then what
Yeah.
am I going to do? Yeah. So to me, that's the definition of success: is to live your life the way you 100% truly want to live your life.
If you look back
That
in your
is
life,
great.
who would you say were
Thank you.
the three most influential people?
My grandfather for sure. On my mom's side, my mom's father. And then at the same time, my great grandmother in my early part of my life. And as far as professionally, on the influence on the professional side, I would say Rob Barrett of Cannibal Corpse.
Very,
Big
very
old
good
teddy bear of a
answer.
man.
Yeah,
Very good,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he has given me a lot of great advice over the years,
Aw.
on how to be a professional in this and how to do this right. So, a lot of it before I even really got a publicist and started doing these things. So,
Mhm.
so I thank him for a lot of that, because it's definitely put me in the right direction.
And what would be the best advice? Like the top best advice that you could give to somebody that's starting out right now?
Don't worry about the numbers. Don't, even though the big people on the business side are going to make
Yep.
you will worry about the numbers.
Mhm.
And goddamn do they ever. uh,
Yep.
yeah, don't worry about the numbers. Ignore the naysayers, because there's always going to be naysayers. The best example I can give to that, if people are tweeting horrible things about Hugh Jackman, and anybody can find anything horrible about Hugh Jackman as a person and as a performer, then people are going to find anything horrible about anybody.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what wrong has that guy done? You know what I mean? So
In this
you're always
day
going
and
to
age.
you're always going to have detractors.
Oh,
I mean,
Mhm.
I got over it a little bit. I mean, we did I don't know if you're all familiar with Ross Creations. I don't. Anyway,
Mm-mm.
he's a YouTube prankster. He has about like 3.5 million followers on YouTube. Yeah. So I mean, he's kind of up there. He's got a good following, and he brought us on to do a video of his heavy metal band at the gym. So we went down to Sarasota, and basically the premise was the guy was working out, and his headphones weren't working, so he gives us a call on the phone to come down and play music while he's working out. And of course, there are regular people at the gym that have no idea that this is going on, and they're videoing all their reactions of a band coming in there and playing death metal live at the gym while this guy is working out. And and it did really well. It's like almost at 800,000 views, and it's cool. It's really been an awesome boost. And I thank Ross for that fun opportunity. But we had some supporters, and then we had people tweeting on there like, "Oh yeah, of course, nothing like trying to get clicks of a band trying to do a comedy video, or negative crap like that." Like we're not pure artists, by doing things like this. It's like
It's fun. Fuck off.
exactly. So just all you can do is just ignore that stuff. Yep, there it is, right there. Yeah,
I
I
figured
can't
might as
see.
well
Yeah.
find it.
yeah. By the way, I just say that I mean this was a hell of a lot of fun to do. Yeah, they're not getting.
This is a short. This is a short. I watched it
yeah.
yesterday.
Did you watch it
Yes,
yesterday?
Yeah, I sent it to Travis because that's all we listen to when we're in the gym, and I'm like, this would be us bringing out
Oh,
that
there
oak.
you go. There you go.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
was
you can
funny right
tell.
there. Randy was about to, the actor on the head that wiped the sweat off him. He improvised that right at the moment. That was pretty creative. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's something. So ignore the numbers, ignore the naysayers. The best thing to do is to be artistically 100% true to yourself, and you'll find people that'll connect with you and who you are and what you do, and that'll love what you do. The only thing that matters is really is the key is to keep getting out there and recording and keep getting out there and playing shows. I mean, with the exception of the big festivals, I mean, there are a lot of bands that in the genre that we do that are not playing big venues anymore.
Yep.
So yeah, just go for it. I know I went a long way around to get to that, but
But I have to go
Sometimes.
because my son needs me. It was a pleasure, but I do have to cut out and go. My son is asking for me, so I have to go to him.
Okay.
I will see you
Well, it was
all
wonderful meeting you, Sarah.
Wednesday.
So
It was nice
great.
meeting you, and I really enjoy your music.
Thank you.
But good night.
Bye, Sarah.
Good night. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, it's been one hell of a week for her. So I was even
Oh, I
surprised
believe it.
that she made the second interview. So I appreciate her a lot. We're going to cut out the spillage right now. Then we're going to come back and have a few more questions before I hit you with that last question that I ask everybody.
Okay.
But we'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
back with Aaron from Blood of Angels. We just listened to Spillage, which is the latest song, the third song of
Yeah,
the
the
EP.
latest single. We put that out in October, Halloween Day, 2022.
Nice.
Yeah, just yeah, fun story with it. A podcaster in Chicago. She was playing like a lot of our music as part of her podcast. There's a band in Chicago called Spillage that wrote a song called Blood of Angels. So she thought it'd be interesting in us being Blood of Angels to write a song called Spillage. So we put it together and we put it out. In the works, there's going to be a show we're going to go up to Chicago and play with the band Spillage in a Chicago show. So, that'll be the conclusion of that. But yeah, that was kind of really how it came to. But again, that single was another award winner for us. We won the Hollywood Independent Music Award for Best Metal Song last year, August 2023.
Very
And
nice.
that was an
Congrats.
incredible experience. Oh yeah. It was like a mini Grammy, the red carpet in Hollywood.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, and a lot of pictures taken. We did about like 7 different entertainment interviews. We were on the Hollywood Minute, a TV show out there. So that was incredible. And then when you win, it's more stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
which made it a lot sweeter. And then the after party makes it more interesting because you're a winner now. Everybody wants to talk to you. So,
Oh yeah,
that's
you're
pretty
somebody.
cool. Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Blood of Angels. You want, yeah. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Very happy.
2 of the 3 songs won an award. You gonna tell me the second one won also an award?
Well, yeah, the second one, Spillage did, yeah.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
the third one, right? Because there's the third song.
You have a third? Are you talking about? Oh no, this was released as a separate single.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
it
was
wasn't
a
part of
separate-
the Rise of the Fallen Gods. That EP came out in 2017.
It's not part of the 3-part EP that.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah.
But it's pretty cool though. Like 2 songs that win awards like that. The recognition alone must be pretty incredible when you receive that, and you're like, holy shit, they really liked it.
No, yeah, I'd say I'm not gonna lie. It does feel good to have a bit of validation. The people who are not my friends, it's not my manager. No, don't know me from a damn thing.
Yeah.
I mean, none of us as a band mean nothing to them. Especially when out of the 5 nominees, 3 of them were LA bands. And then one of the other nominees were from the UK, and then it was us. And
Yeah.
the fact that, of the nominees, and I was told out of 2,000 submissions, they took the 4 regular dressed guys from Florida that are blue collar workers who just love playing heavy metal music. That's the one they decided, instead of the girls in the skimpy clothing or the people with the crazy makeup, whatever they decided on our track.
The music
happy.
one, not the whole gimmick. The music one.
Yeah. So we just thought it was interesting. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Absolutely. Where's the best place to follow you guys? Social media, everything, everywhere. There's so many platforms. Where would be the best place to follow to get all the updates?
The best place, honestly, is our actual website, bloodofangels.net. And then I would say, as far as social media goes, Facebook would be your next best option, and that's handle Blood of Angels 1.
Perfect. I think, I followed you guys absolutely.
Yeah.
I try to follow
Thank you.
everybody before the shows, and it's a lot of people. Like I said, next Wednesday, so in 5 days, I'm gonna have my 100th episode.
Ooh, congratulations! That's incredible.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
So a year and a half running at 100 episodes, so it's pretty cool. I'm pretty humbled by everybody that came forward and did all the episodes with me, all the shows. It's been fun. It's been one hell of a ride.
That is a hell of an accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, hope you have the champagne and confetti ready.
I
For
mean,
the
we're
moment.
gonna have a lot of people. I think we're up to almost 25 guests right now for the night.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
well,
That's pretty.
You are also invited if you want to come by, pop in, send a video. Some people won't be able to be there, so they're gonna do a little video that
well-
will be played during the night. So
What date is it?
It's the 15th, so
Yeah, the
next Wednesday.
15th. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, all
It's
right.
during the week. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's fine with me. Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays are hard because everybody's doing shows, right? So it's I'm trying to do it
Usually, yeah.
on a weird day. I appreciate you taking the invitation from Benjamin to come on the show.
Oh, of course,
Um,
most definitely. Thank you for having me. This has been great.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, though, I have to ask you the next question. Mental health is very important on the show, and
Hmm.
you never know who you can help with some words. It could be simple words. It doesn't have to go deep, but it's something that I ask at every show since day one. So we're like on number 97, 98 of me asking this question now. If you have a chance to sit down with a younger version of yourself, so little Aaron, at any age, what would you tell yourself?
Um, Grin and bear fighting through your 20s because it gets great after that. Um, I, honestly, I pretty about 95% of the person that I wanted to become when I was young, I became. So, I could, I mean, maybe steer clear of my first wife, I'd probably say.
That's a popular opinion. Don't get married that first time. It's the
I would say that, yeah, that was, the 3 years of heartache and hell,
yeah.
for me. But other than that, I would say it's been good. It's been good. I had, I mean, I had the fortune of a really good childhood growing up. I mean, I had both parents,
Yep.
for us Gen Xers and younger, that's a really incredibly rare thing, you know.
Still having both parents, yes.
Yeah, yeah, and they're still together. The yeah. I also had the fortune that my dad did well income wise. That my mom was always there, which was even incredibly rare. And so they grew up in the generation of latchkey kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I they helped facilitate my dreams. I wanted to play music. They were supportive. Um, they never said no to me wanting to read books. That, I mean, they were kind of open-minded, pretty, liberal parents. Even with, when I got into death metal and black metal, where so many of my friends as parents would throw away their albums and stuff.
Yep.
My parents did not. But I mean, they weren't very. My parents are not very religious. Were never really religious people to begin with, so
Yeah.
they never thought that was going to be a threat to my soul. Um,
Yes, the music, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, that I would say that was the one blunder in my life, trusting someone that I shouldn't have trusted.
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't, and I've made mistakes. Everyone does, but I can't say I never really did anything so detrimental that it ruined me per se. You know.
Nothing major that you would try to change. Nothing. Me neither.
No.
I believe that everything happens for a reason. What's up, Dwayne? The ziggurat in the house. Um, Everything happens for a reason. Everything, so it shapes you to be who you are. It shapes you to. I was fortunate to also have a pretty good childhood. Um,
Hmm.
Adulthood, early adulthood, got a little more complicated. So if I had a chance today to go talk to my younger self, I'd probably tell her, shit, we make it to at least 40 in our 40s so far that I know, so we're doing pretty fucking good. We're still there.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think a
exactly.
lot of us feel that way. It's just we're making it. We're
Yeah, I
still there.
mean, I mean, I'm 47. Um, I'm still okay with. I'm still fine. Sleeping in a van and getting on a stage and going crazy, and health. I'm not on any medications or anything. So you know,
Well, don't stop. Don't
pretty
stop.
good, you know. Oh no, no, no.
I got told that
Listen
you
like
just gotta
that.
keep doing it. Just keep doing it. I had a
Exactly.
gentleman on the show was in his 70s, a drummer, and he told me just keep doing it. Keep doing what you
Yeah,
love.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, Mick Jagger is 80. 80.
Yes.
He's out there, you know.
Yes. What's up, Mechanic A?
Hey, fun figured out start. Okay, awesome. Definitely starts in support. Melanie is fantastic.
I appreciate that. But
Most definitely.
yes, Mick Jagger, Steven Tyler. I mean, okay, granted, Steven Tyler looks like an auntie. Uh,
Yeah.
they all have the same look. It's funny, but they're still healthy. They're still doing music. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
keep rocking. Before I let you go, Aaron, would you like to shout out to some people? Would you like to say thank you? I know that the music is always complicated. There's always a list of people, and people always forget to, oh, maybe I forgot somebody, but I'll give you some time to give your shout outs or say anything you want to say to anybody that could be listening.
Okay. Well, first, just give some love to our support people of Blood of Angels. Definitely Benjamin over at Online Metal PR. David Atkins, our manager at Integrity Music Management. Go. Oh boy, let's see. And I'm losing the list. Let's see. Also, also Metallurge Music over in Poland, who's currently working on booking our European tour for next year. Yay, we're all excited. Metal Chaos Booking, who runs us down in South America. And then definitely Randy, Maggot, and Jonathan, my three brothers in this, who this vision would not come true without you guys, 100% for sure. My incredible wife, Barbara, Barbarazzi Photos. She goes on the road with us and sleeps in the van and handles the logistics and the merch and takes care of us four overgrown children
She
and
has
does
a
the
hard job,
photography and
guys.
helps me with social media and does so much that so I can focus on performing on stage. And I can't thank my wife enough for being such a great support in this in this and in this business. And my wonderful parents, Greg and Ada Robinson, who've been my rock since birth, and still are to this day. Oh, wonderfully. So, and of course, definitely all of you out there who have ever listened to our music or never have until tonight, and your support in any way is helpful. Even if you stream, put us on your playlist to stream, or you go online, buy a T-shirt from our merch store, or hopefully. And what would be even more incredible is that I can meet all of you in person over the next 3 years while being on the road. Because one thing Blood of Angels does not do, we don't do backstage. We don't. We love being with it. We love being with everybody.
I love that.
You come to pay you come to pay and to see us, and the least we can do is shake your hand and thank you, and I do, and we do as a band.
We do appreciate that as fans. I mean, I think it's important to be able. We connect with the music, but if you can make the connection directly with the band, it's incredible.
To me, that's my favorite part of doing this.
Well, if you
Is
guys,
playing live, and the studio is tedious. Writing songs, sometimes it's God. But when it finally gets a song that I'm like, okay, fine. When the album is done, really, to me, that's when the fun begins.
absolutely, you can
That's when the
start
show begins.
touring. The shows begin.
Exactly.
If you guys ever come down here in North Carolina, let me know. I'm partnered up with Carolina Promotions, so
Wonderful.
if we could find you guys a place to play, I would love to come and see you guys play live for sure, for sure.
Yeah, we've done the Blind Tiger. I think that was in Greensboro.
Okay, yeah,
That's
yeah,
where we
a
were.
few
Yeah,
hours away.
yeah. We played there. We played there a couple of times. And that was a pretty cool spot. So, but yeah, I
Yes.
know. Yeah, I want to. I mean, Wilmington and Raleigh and Charlotte.
Yep, Charlotte
They're-
would be
they're
the
around.
closest to me. For the big cities, for sure, for sure. Charlotte would be the closer to me. But Aaron, thank you so much for taking almost an hour tonight to be here with me and talk about the music and your journey. And I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you having me on. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Stay in touch when the album is done. I would love to have you and maybe the guys of the band if they can make it, and we can, talk about the album and everything.
That would be absolutely fantastic. Yes, most definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Aaron. Thank you guys for being in the awesome chat. As usual, I wouldn't be where I am without the bands that come on and the people that come in and keep me entertained while I'm doing this job every Friday. I love my job, by the way. By, I mean, when you wake up in the morning and you love what you do, there's nothing else that you can ask. But for now, this is it. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live again with Keith and Mark. We're going to be doing the Fear podcast, which is our horror movie podcast. We'll be talking about 4 movies. And then Wednesday, I will be on for the 100th episode. So thank you guys for being here all night tonight with me, because we had 2 podcasts. Aaron, once again, thank you very much. Good night, guys.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.